I think an advance warning is necessary here because the weather outside couldn't be more random right now. It was just thundering and lightning a second ago, slamming it down with rain, and now it's sunny. I should warn, maybe if you're epileptic and you don't like flash photography or lightning bolts spearing through my window, you might want to like be careful, protect whatever you do, whatever epileptics do, I don't know. Try and prevent from having an epileptic shock in the rare occasion or event that there might be a lightning fork come straight down right outside my window, or even worse, inside the window. That wouldn't be good. And maybe set fire to the background, or me, or you. Who knows, maybe. It's highly unlikely. What's this week's word of the week? Hello and welcome to another interesting word of the week. So this week's word begins with a V because we're in alphabetical order, and V, might I add, is a very difficult letter to find an interesting word in. So if you'd like to help me at any stage of the game, you can leave some comments down for any of the words coming in later, and then I might use your word as an interesting word of the week. How would that be? So anyway, let's get down to business. So we'll randomly select this week's word on this page here, and this week's interesting word of the week is vehement. Now vehement is an adjective, meaning marked by intensity or feeling or conviction, characterized by great energy, vigour or force. Also it can mean zealous, or strongly emotional. I've talked about this kind of subject quite a lot really, and it's kind of weird how all of the words seem to base around this. If I am defending something and I'm not strongly emotional, intense or passionate about that situation, then the chances are that I'm not going to put all my effort into it. It's not going to put all of my energy into making that one thing to an extent where it is good enough or passable for you to understand, for you to agree with me, or to even hold anyone's attention for any long period of time. We'll relate this back to my videos, especially when videos can easily hit the 6-minute mark every single time, without fail hits the 6-minute mark. You have to really be energetic and thingy, and I hope that I manage it. I know sometimes I don't. I know sometimes, especially this time, before I started the camera, I was like really like low energy or whatever, and I've just randomly just suddenly got like this, because I always do. It's like I look at the camera and instantly start talking, and then once I turn the camera off, I've got no idea what I just said. I've completely forgotten it. It's like I go into a haze and just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. Now, if you believe so strongly into a situation where your opinion on that situation affects how you treat others, then that is wrong. You are too emotional. It's not that important as to hurt other people. Okay, let's get down to this. Okay, so I feel very strongly that religion as a thing is flawed. It's a flawed concept. It worked a long time ago, but now we have beliefs and scientific values which have been almost proven. Until we can figure out further, they have been proven, and we know that half of the stories we were told as children, half of the religious stories we're told, are kind of false. I feel emotional about this, but I won't ever shoot anyone's opinion down on a religion. I won't just shoot it out the sky, because you could argue somehow that religion helps people believe in things, makes them more optimistic. You can't prove that it doesn't, but you can't prove that you wouldn't be optimistic without it. So I feel emotional about this, but if it comes to a stage where I become aggressive or so strongly devoted to the cause where I will instantly shoot down anyone who does it, or judge people based on their beliefs that are different to me, then that's wrong. Let's use a very extreme example and go for some terrorist group. These terrorists believe beyond belief that they're right, that what they're doing is correct. They are so emotional about a situation which they will happily throw their lives on the line to stand up for it. And that is wrong, because you're putting other people and their beliefs into danger, which is wrong and unnecessary. So while emotion is good for keeping arguments going and keeping people entertained, it is important that you don't get over emotional and let things get to you, because when they get to you, that means you can turn that getting to you onto other people, and then that is a bad thing. I think that's what I'm going to talk about this video. I didn't turn on the camera wanting to say that or any of that, but I did, so we'll keep it in, I reckon. Hoping the video doesn't get too long. So we'll look for other words that... What is the word?
Vehement.
We'll look for other words that vehement can... No, we'll look in the thesaurus for vehement to see if there are any other words which mean the exact same thing, so you could use vehement in its place, or these words in vehement's place. So, other words for vehement include strong, ablaze, enthusiastic, fierce, flaming, forceful, and then there's violent and zealous. How many more interesting words of the weeks do we have in this season? So if you could be reminded you are going to be reminded, that you can see next week's video by clicking in the top right hand corner of the screen, and last week's video by clicking in the top left hand corner of the screen. I mixed it up that time, making it interesting, you know what I mean? Just changing it. And there's also links in the description to all the other stuff I do. There's my Twitter and Tumblr if you want to stalk me on those, or whatever. And so, basically, until next time, I'll catch you later.